Why hello you amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another first time reaction video. So my good friend Judd is continuing his journey, sending me on a journey down the country music rabbit hole, and we are continuing with another singer, Mark Wills. Now this is another person I don't know anything about, but apparently this song 19 something is supposed to be pretty freaking amazing, so I'm a little bit excited to check this one out. If you guys have any more recommendations, please put them in that comment section down below. Let me know what other songs you'd like to see a reaction to, and please like the video to support them, and please subscribe to the channel. And let's jump into my first time ever reaction to the one and only Mark Wills 19 something. Alright, the subtitles don't seem to be working. He has the General Lee. The General Lee, man.
I saw Star Wars at least 8 times, had the Pac-Man pattern memorized. And I've seen the stuff they put inside Stretch Armstrong.
This dude has such a country voice, it is unbelievable. And you all know exactly what I mean by that. This guy sounds like, literally, if someone said, what does a country singer sound like? They would show you Mark Wills. His voice, that deeper tone, that accent, this is like such a country voice. I love it.
Seen the stuff they put inside Stretch Armstrong, yeah.
That note, Stretch Armstrong, love it.
I was Roger Staubach in my backyard, had a shoebox full of baseball cards and a couple of Evel Knievel scars on my right arm. Well, I was a kid when Elvis died, and my mama cried. It was 1970 something in the world that I grew up in. Farrah Fawcett hairdo days, bell bottoms and 8-track tapes. Looking back now, I can see me. Oh man, did I look cheesy. I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1970 something.
I love that this guy is like, oh, did I look cheesy? Look at you now, dude. You look. It literally looks like more of like a new metal like rock star. You know, he looks like he should be singing a song with All Found Glory or Sum 41, especially with the goatee. Guy looks like a character of American Pie, but I mean that in a good way. He like represents that that freaking like old school American look, but he looks like that now. And I love that he's like saying he looks cheesy. I'm like, dude, you look cheesy now. You haven't changed. And again, I mean it in a good way. I love it because the guy doesn't look like how he sounds. Like I would look at this band and presume they're about to bust out like a cover of My Friends Over You. But instead, we're getting this like really lovely freaking country song with like this fantastic freaking vocals, this deep, smooth style. I never would expect this, ever.
Oh, it was 1970 something.
It's got such a like nice vibe to it as well.
It was the dawning of a new decade. We got our first microwave. Dad broke down and finally shaved the most sideburns off.
Interesting. Are we going into 1980 something now? Is it like a timeline song? Is that it? Why does it say version 1? Ooh, maybe there's like a version 2 that is 1980 something, has a different style of music video. That'd be kind of cool.
I took the stickers off of my Rubik's Cube, watched MTV all afternoon.
We've all done that.
My first love was Daisy Duke and them cut-off jeans. The space shuttle fell out of the sky, and the whole world cried. It was 1980 something.
Yeah, it does. It progresses.
Skating
1980 something.
Big hair and parachute pants. And looking back now, I can see me. And oh man, did I look cheesy.
I love it.
Wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1980 something.
Love it. Love it. I love how it went. I love how the chorus changes like that. Really, really nice touch. I love how it's literally like a progression through this person's memories and like these time periods and how different things were happening and how different things were prioritized and looking back at yourself as well. I feel like most of us do that. I look back at old pictures of me and I'm like, I literally look back at old pictures of me and I'm like, how did I ever have a girlfriend? I'm like, that guy had a girlfriend. And I'm there with my big bowl cut. Like, I had like crazy big thick hair bowl cut. My giant Slayer hoodie. And I'm just like, that guy had a girlfriend. That guy should have not had a girlfriend. So funny.
Now I got a mortgage and an SUV.
Yeah.
All this responsibility
Nice.
makes me wish sometimes it was 1980 something in the world that I grew up in. Skating rinks and black Trans Ams, big hair and parachute pants.
Lovely muscle
Looking back
cars.
now, I can see me. Oh man, did I look cheesy?
Love
I
it.
wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1980 something.
This song, the whole way through, has just had such a nice vibe to it. Love his voice. Love those smoky freaking tones he's got. Love his freaking accent coming through there. Really love the music video, the timeline that we're going on, 1970, 1980, and literally watching this like journey of memories. It's just super wholesome.
Oh, it was 1980 something.
A really nicely done music video, a really nicely done song.
1970 something. Oh, it was 19 something.
Great song. I have to say, I have a sort of, is the word mantra? I have like a mantra, maybe is the word. Sort of like, I think mantra's the right word. It might not be. But I always say, and this song sort of reminded me of that if you look back at your past, and you look back at your past, and you look back at your like your childhood and your memories, and you sort of go through them in your mind, and you miss them, and you sit there and you're like, oh, I miss those days. I wish I could go back to those days. I miss that. I miss doing this. I miss doing that. I miss my friends. I miss doing this. I miss going out here, and that's how you feel about your past. Then I always tell people that just means you lived your past right. You know, we don't have time machines and we can't go back, only forward. So if you look back at your memories, your childhood, your past, and you feel like that, then good. You lived it right. You know, no one who had a bad past looks back at it and wants to go back. You know, no one like looks back at their memories and if they feel negatively, wants to relive that negativity. So if you look back at your past, and you're sitting there and you're reminiscing and you feel kind of like a pit in your stomach. You're like, oh man, I really wish I could go back. Just remember, that means you did it right. We only get to do it once. You know, we only get to do all of those things once. We only get to live through that once, like our childhood and our memories. So if we are at a point where we're an adult and we want to go back, then you know you did it right. And that is the main thing. Because we only get to do it once. We got one attempt and you nailed it. And you nailed it so much that you have these memories that are so fond that you just wish you could relive them. And that is an excellent freaking thing. So that's how I always look at it. Whenever I look back at my past, if I have these memories, I'm like, oh man, that was amazing. Wish I could do that again. Then I always just think, awesome. That means I nailed it the first time, you know? And now I can just have that awesome memory forever. And this song, 19 something by Mark Wills, really like made me see that as well. That's what I felt listening to this. Like Mark Wills talking about like, some days, you know, I wish I could go back and like do these sort of things. And that's like something I hear people say sometimes, and I always remind them like, well, that just means you nailed it, you know, well done. And I love that. And I love how this song was done. The immediate opening with his like smoky freaking country voice, I knew we were in for something a bit special. Because the guy literally had such a like country music tone, and I was excited to see how that was going to play out, because you can always tell. You press play and you hear their vocals and you're like, we got a country singer right here. And that's exactly what it felt like. And then Mark Wills just proceeds to take us on this like memory journey, you know, everything that like a lot of us might have grown up with or our parents grew up with, and we're feeling it and we're experiencing it and we're remembering all these journeys, all the things we used to do, you know, the introduction to game consoles, getting your first one in your house, and the TV going from having a box to being flat and being part of that journey, you know, going from not having mobile phones. You know, everyone just used a landline. It was your landline. Your landline was your freaking lifesaver. You call everyone up on your landline. You call up your friends. You have to speak to their parents before you even got to speak to them. Hi, is Jimmy there? Oh yeah, can you put him on the phone? Like all of that to then getting a mobile. I feel like I was part of the transitional generation. You know, that like I went from like landlines and taking your bikes out and seeing everybody all the time, and that was like my childhood, you know, like, oh, look at this games console, let's plug it in, this is a cool thing you can do, like, oh wow, it's amazing. Like, I had all of that, luckily, all those experiences. But then as I grew up, I felt like technology grew up with me. And in my later teenage years, it was just like mobile phones, computers, internet, and that was the thing. And it is amazing how everything shifted. Like, I got to be part of like the instant internet messaging stuff when that came out. That changed everything, because you'd run out of credit on your phone, so you'd go on your computer. And the webcam era, when like webcams and everything, it's just like, yeah, just like, it's amazing. It's amazing how everything was different, but it's still like all the core was still there and all the emotions were still there. And I love that Mark Wills took us on that emotional journey, that journey of memories, and took us back. I love it. Absolutely freaking wonderful music video. A music video that can make you just sit there and remember your past and smile. That's what you want. And that's what Mark Wills did with 19 Something. Freaking fantastic song that's just going to put a nice smile on your face. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please like the video, please subscribe for more, and have an awesome day. And let me know, what other reactions would you like to see? And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.